Interstellar is my favorite movie of all time. The soundtrack is amazing. The concept of, space and distances is amazing. The cinematography is next level. And did I mention the soundtrack was amazing? I've been into movie soundtracks and even game soundtracks for a long time. So in this video, I'm gonna explain why I bought a piano. So I came across this video one day of the Transformers soundtrack, which is also one of my favorite childhood movies. And it was one of the songs in the movie and this guy was playing it on the piano. I'll leave it down below if you're interested. I remember watching it and just being in awe. Like, it was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. That was probably like 3 years ago, I would say. And I guess you could say that the seed was planted in my mind ever since on some like Inception type stuff. So I was browsing on Facebook one day, just before New Year's. You'll probably be watching this sometime in like February. So by the time you're watching this, I'll have been playing for about a month, maybe a little more. So hopefully I'm better by then. Anyway, I remember looking up what kind of piano I should get so I don't buy the wrong thing and regret it later. So I came to the conclusion that it should have 88 keys and that the keys should be weighted. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and I was looking for 88 weighted key keyboards. I came across this one that was relatively close to me, but I don't drive, see why up here. So I asked this guy if he could possibly deliver it to me for a little extra. He said yeah, and within 3 hours my new piano was at my house. I bought this piano because when I was a kid, we didn't have money for me to learn the piano, like, getting lessons and stuff like that. I wasn't one of those kids that went to soccer practice after school and then had piano lessons on Tuesday. I was never that fortunate. Anyway, the main reason I got this piano was to, like I said, learn some of my favorite songs from video game soundtracks and movie soundtracks and other stuff like that. It's been a dream of mine for a long time to learn an instrument, and I guess you could say I settled on the piano. I remember being in music class in elementary school, but I literally remember nothing. So it's not like my musical ability was nurtured in school. So as of now, I plan to practice about 30 minutes to an hour per day, starting at around 10 o'clock in the night. Most nights, that's the time that I'm free, so that's what I'm gonna do most of my practicing. I got a pair of headphones with my piano, so I'm most likely going to be using those for most of the time that I'm practicing because I don't want to disturb my neighbors or cause any ruckus or anything like that. I'm starting pretty simple and I'm trying to learn the music from Minecraft first because I feel like it's simple and easy to learn. I'll leave a link to the song I'm currently learning down below if you're interested for whatever reason. But if I'm honest, there's one thing that I'm struggling to accept when it comes to learning the piano. I'm struggling with the concept that this isn't the best use of my time when it comes to where I am in life right now. I'm struggling to accept the fact that this might not be the best use of my time currently because I can be using this time to upgrade my skills to get a better job or going to night school or taking night classes or something along those lines. And now it's like, I'm gonna spend 5 to 7 hours a week or 30 hours a month learning something that's not gonna give me the biggest return on investment for my time. I know I shouldn't be thinking that way, but I think it's because I've been reeled into believing this thing of we always have to be productive, and if it's not netting me a positive ROI, then I shouldn't be doing it. But at the same time, I think it is a positive thing because I'm learning an instrument and it's for my enjoyment. I think it'll just be a matter of time until I shake that feeling of it being a negative use of my time, but that's just what it is at the moment. I'm also a bit concerned that I'm not at the optimal learning age when it comes to learning an instrument. From the research I've done, the optimal time to learn an instrument is from age 4 to 7 because kids at that point are like sponges. They soak up information very quickly and very efficiently. So that's why I'm partially concerned about being 25 and learning the piano, because I feel like I've passed my instrument learning prime and I feel like it'll take way longer versus if I started earlier. But then again, I feel like it's never too late to learn something new. And from the research I've done, a lot of the piano teachers say that it's never too late to start learning. Maybe that's because they want you to take lessons from them. But you know, I've also read that learning an instrument can reduce stress, it can stimulate your brain, and it can increase the ability to recall information. And my girl can definitely vouch for this, that my memory is terrible. So what are my overall goals with this piano? Well, like I said, I want to learn how to play all my favorite songs from my favorite movies and games and stuff like that. Things like Interstellar, Modern Warfare 2, Transformers, Minecraft, and other things as I remember them. I want to learn how to read music, but at this moment, I'm not learning the names of the keys. I'm not reading music or anything like that. I'm just looking up the tutorials on the songs that I want to learn, and I'm going to go from there. I realize that may not be the best course of action or the most efficient way, because then I'll have to learn the names of the keys and their locations and stuff like that after. But I want to learn these songs like so bad to show my friends and even upload here on YouTube. So that's my reasoning for doing those first, taking a more, non-traditional approach. That's the word I'm looking for. So, you know, what does this mean for videos on the channel? Well, right now, I don't think it'll change the schedule and the quantity of videos that get uploaded, you know, at all. I think I'll still do 2 videos per week, and I think that can happen. So for now, it's staying at 2 videos per week. I think it's still possible because I'm gonna be practicing for an hour each day, which actually isn't a lot at all. We probably waste more time on our phones every day and maybe even more. And that doesn't help us in the slightest. So that's the little update as of now. I've purchased a piano, I'm learning it, and hopefully I can become good and confident enough to upload me playing on the channel. I hope this video brought you some value, and if you're on the fence about learning an instrument, go for it. Figure out, you know, when you have free time and try to pick out points where you feel like your time could be used a bit better and go from there. I'm not saying you will thank me later, but you might thank me later. And as always, thanks for watching.